October the 8th, 2024. Guys, quick update this morning. The hurricane's going through a recycling. It's 2 miles per hour under a Cat 5 right now at 155 miles per hour. That is sustained winds and 190 mile per hour gust. They're saying as it's getting about to go through that deep water, reaching towards Florida, it's going to recycle back to a Cat 5. Right now at 135 knots. That's 155 miles per hour. The 165 knot gust is 190 miles. So we're again very strong Cat 4 with Cat 5 winds, but probably the next update we're going to see a Cat 5. You're seeing it strengthening up to 140, and guys, that's 161 mile per hour Cat 5 with 170 mile gust. That's about 195 miles right in there per hour on the top end. But again, going back to this Cat 5, and then just they're saying it's slowly going to weaken back to a Cat 4 or a Cat 3. Now let's look at the last point. See there near the coast, and you'll see that it's shifted just a little bit from the last report last night, but this puts it coming into the bay. Now that one, the green section, was last night, but now it's coming right into the mouth of Tampa Bay. Check that out. It's going to cut. We're just talking about the center circulation. Remember, that's a big storm, but it's just slowly drifting back to the left and then the right each day. This is still going to put it coming through the southern edges of Tampa. Again, just the center. It's a big storm, remember, and then up through Orlando. They're talking about 10 to 15 foot peak surges in the purple area. See that? 5 to 10 red, 3 to 5 yellow, and 1 to 3 in the blues. And notice on the other side, it's going to go through Florida as a Cat 2. Now the spaghetti models are coming together right in the Tampa Bay area. The purple line is just a little further south, the Navy model, and then the Canadian model is right beside it, guys, right in there. Look how wide the hurricane warnings are in red. Yellow is tropical storm watches. Blue is tropical storm warnings. That pink, like over Lake Okeechobee and right here, is hurricane watches. So you've got a wide area, again, coming in as a 3 or 4, and then a Cat 2 across Florida, getting into a Cat 1. They're not really looking at it as if it's going to strengthen. Right now, Milton's they're saying it was a Cat 5 at 8 a.m. It had slowed down just a few miles per hour, but it's going to regenerate, and this is, again, the path. We'll see if it gets down to a Cat 3, but Milton right now has the second lowest pressure, which makes it the strongest, the lower the pressure, at 897, stronger than Adeline, stronger than Camille, stronger than Katrina. Rita is the only one that had it beat in 2005. And it was just 2 millibars lower. Check that out. Camille at 900, Katrina at 902, Milton at 897. Now, again, Anna Marie City Pier. This is in the Tampa area. You can see that, you can just tell if you've been on the ocean for a long time, that energy. You can see it in the water. It's different than just normal waves. Now, Clearwater Hilton Beach. Guys, this is the calm before the storm. Look off to your left. Things are going to change drastically. A lot of these beaches have not been reopened, guys, since Helene. There's still big piles of sand, and you got some areas that are fenced off. And right now, of course, evacuation orders are everywhere. But I just wanted to give you this key information again. Right now, that track brings it into Tampa Bay, and that's going to push 15 foot of storm surge into the area, plus whatever waves are on top of that. And now it has slowed down to where it was going to come in during the day. Now it's going to come in at midnight. And that's the worst possible time because you can't see debris blowing through. You don't need to be in this area, guys. If there was one last deciding factor in your mind for some reason that you wanted to ride this thing out, that coming in at night should concern you, and the peak of it being right there. And now I was watching JLR earlier this morning. He was talking to a couple setting out on one of these beaches back up on the seawall, it looked like. And he asked them, were they going to evacuate? Probably in their 50s. They have a third-story condo kind of behind what you're looking at now. They said they had never evacuated for a storm, and they weren't going to evacuate from this one. And they did mention that both of their cars were damaged in Hurricane Helene. When you get salt water in them and things like that, they're just going downhill from there. You can replace other parts, but that salt is going to keep tearing them apart. But if you got a third-story condominium there, a third-story condo, you more than likely have enough money to get an Uber ride or something. They're closing the airports today. Yesterday, the highways were jammed up, and there was only 2 gas stations, and I think that was last night, that still had gas to pump. So, guys, watch for updates. We're going to watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.